I've been waiting on God for that season 3 days, just 3 days. No food, no water. I was locked up in the church, crying, "Oh Lord, Saila Hako, Siva Hai, Diba, Bende Kukai." Just praying, just praying. Day 1, day 2. The morning of day 2, the venerable of that church said they should call for me. So I came. He said, "You told me you want to pray there alone." I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "You didn't tell me you were bringing the whole community for vigil." I said, "Community?" I was there alone throughout the night. He said, "No. We saw the light on. You were playing drum sets, were playing keyboard, they were singing, they were shouting." I said, "I was there alone. I don't have proof, but I was there alone." As a matter of fact, it was dark. It was my Nokia torchlight. I was used to read my Bible. He said, "No, you guys on the generator. I saw them singing and shouting." There was no way to defend myself, but I kept it in my heart. So he allowed me. 3rd day, I sat down. I was tired. And the reason why I'm sharing this story is because God wants to bring back experiences that doctrine took from you. Because it looks as though believers are increasing in knowledge and dying in experience. They begin to know so much that the knowledge is stopping them from praying. And now they can't experience the goodness of God because they will judge him out. And while I was praying, I was so tired I slept off. But I was singing a song. "Lion of Judah, you reign, Lion of Judah, you reign." And while I slept off, I had a vision. And I saw myself back to the same place where I was praying. In that same place, with the same clothes. And I saw what looked like a small lion coming from the faraway altar of the church. But the lion was moving majestically close. But what shocked me was that the closer it got, the bigger it became. And by the time the lion was standing in front of me, it was far taller than I was, and big. But what I also observed in that vision was that there was an awe, a presence that no mortal man was designed to survive. So even in the vision, I ran away. You know, there's a way you can have sense even in your vision. My Nigerian sense came. I ran. Then I woke up. What have I seen? And while I was thinking of what I just saw, then I saw again that the same presence and glory that I saw in that vision was there. And while I was there, I was so terrified that physically I ran. There is a dimension of glory that will eat you. And you need to go and reevaluate your theology again. And while I was running from that place, you know what happened to me? I felt a hand tap me and said, "See." That was all I heard. And as I look, it was like somebody came, brought a scroll, opened it. I was trying to read the scroll. As I was reading, a hand picked me from inside the scroll, dragged me to see what I was reading. That was what happened to John. He said, "I was in the spirit on the Lord's day, and I saw heaven open. And he that sat on the throne looked like the Son of Man. His hair was as white as wool." These experiences are real. And I was looking at events play out. That was going to be the beginning of my journey in the prophetic. And I was looking at events. I was looking at it. Don't forget, I was on my way around it when he said, "See." By the time I woke up, I saw my fellowship brothers and sisters had gathered around me on a bed. I said, "What happened? Where am I?" They said, you fainted. Me. I didn't faint. I was having an experience with God. And all I saw looked like 2 minutes. They said, you've been here for over 3 hours. When that glory hits you, time shrinks. If you will give this God, you see, he's so big and so powerful, but there's one thing he will never do. He will never struggle with you. He will never struggle to introduce himself to one who doesn't believe he exists in that dimension. It is to the degree that you open the door that he will come in. Now, there are people here who are called prophets, in a sense that the dimension of grace upon your life, you are quick to perceive, to see, and to know the texture of his glory. But for some reason, something shut it down. And that's why I said the usher should stand. If truly this dimension of God I'm describing is true, as many of them that are here, who has a destiny in the prophetic, I reactivate you. I reactivate you now and quicken you back to your ordination. Both in the overflow, here, across everywhere the sound of my voice can be heard. It is the deep that is calling to the deep. So I quicken, I summon ordinations. We bring men back to their prophetic ordinations. Let the veils that has hindered you from seeing his glory all this while, get out of the way now. Let the wave of God's glory permeate this place, and let the splendor and the awe of the King of Glory eat this ground. Let people come back to their ordinations. Those who should see, get back to the place of seeing. Those who should begin to hear, get back to the place of hearing. Those who should begin to know, get back to the place of knowing. Let intercessors be quickened out. There is the awe and the manifestation of glory that when it hits you, everything about your configuration readjusts. When that glory invades, when that oil comes, even the earth trembles. God is reawakening experiences and summoning men back to the place of the presence. You are finding your way back to the throne room. Don't get it twisted. The Lord came for you tonight. And it is the reintroduction to his glory. He is reintroducing you to his glory. He is. He is.
Thank you for watching the video. I believe you've been blessed. Kindly subscribe, share, comment, and like.